Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to go over how you can make gil with your Carpenter. All the lists that I will reference through in this video will be in the description below, plus more lists and more resources are all in my Discord. And if you want to join my Discord, then the link is in the description as well. So with that being said, let's get into it. So to start, we can start with just basic lumbers. So the best thing about any craft or Final Fantasy is that anything can be profitable purely because it's crafted. So with Carpenter, that is no exception, and a few lumbers that sell quite well on my server is starting with the Terrea lumber, then the Astral Birch lumber, next the treated Camperwood lumber, the treated Spruce lumber, and usually the Pine lumber, but I still include this as an example because, as you can see, the history of this item sells for quite high and for quite often, but someone decided to undercut it quite heavily. So of course, what you would do is you would buy everything out until a certain price, and luckily they posted for extremely cheap the large stack, and the more expensive ones are in stacks of 1 to 2. So till here is pretty good, and I would just repost all these lumbers in stacks of 20 to 50 and sell them that way. Next is Glamour. Now, Carpenter, of course, is not as good as Weaver or Leatherworker in terms of Glamour, but they still are very strong with the weapons that they are able to craft using the extreme primal drops. These lower level Glamour weapons sell pretty well, and the investment required is very low since a lot of these primal items are very easily farmable now. Things like the Hive Forewing and the Expanse Baleen can be well under 1k gil, and their crafted weapons can go up from anywhere near 50k to 100k, and they are still being bought out quite often. When you're looking to craft some higher level Glamour weapons, then of course they will sell a lot slower, but the range of profit can be a lot more. I tend to craft canes more often than bows or rods because the amount of light mages is far more than these other two classes, but feel free to craft for all three of them. And with these items, they do sell a lot slower because they are so expensive, but you will always make profit because they are purely crafted. And as you can see, the lowest price on all of Chaos is around 600 to almost 700k, and the fragment is costing around 400k. So you can make easily upwards to 200k to 300k profit on these items. And sometimes even more so when people don't server hop or are not able to server hop when the expansion releases. And that is of course due to the congestion between worlds when the servers are just so full at that very moment. Next is housing items. Of course, this section should be skipped if you know that housing items do not sell well at all on your server, but for me, on my server, there are plenty of people who are coming through and buying a house, and just a lot of people who are renovating their homes as well. But this might apply to you. Just go and check your price history for each of these items and see how often they are bought. So to start, the imitation square window is only 30k, but there are so many bought every single day that you will make well over 300k per day if you're on top with your undercutting and selling. Next is the Fool's Portal, then the Tier 4 Aquarium, the Wooden Spiral Staircase, the Bar Rack, and the Wood Slat Partition. The next section is the Crafting and Gathering Leveling Gear, although this section will also include job gear because with Endwalker coming soon, Reaper and Sage are starting at level 70, and Carpenter is the class for making a lot of the accessories, so also crafting these healing and slaying accessories will net you a lot of profit. But to start, the Holy Cedar Ring is a good amount of profit for selling quite quickly. Also, the Hollowed Chestnut Ring, the Lark Ring, the Persimmon Ring, and the White Oak Ring. The White Ash Ring. A lot of these rings also have necklace and bracelet counterparts, and also crafting and gathering counterparts, so check those as well when you're checking what's profitable on your server. Next is your Carpenter class quest items. Now, of course, these will always be profitable when you craft them HQ because a lot of people are too lazy to craft these items for their quests. So we can start with the first item, which is the adamantite trident. It sells quite well, and as well, it sells very often. So these items are perfect if you're at low level and want to make profit with your carpenter. Of course, this is not the only item, and I will always include the Teamcraft list for every carpenter class quest item in the description below. But next is the dark chestnut rod, the holy cedar composite bow, and the crab bow. And the final section is just some tips that I would take for any expansion, since a lot of these items will always change in price due to how the market changes over the course of time. But a few things that I always keep up with every patch, every expansion are as follows. Any current crafted job and crafting gathering gear will always be profit. You just have to continuously undercut and keep up on your crafting and selling. And of course, each of these items will have their own intermediate materials. You can sell these in stacks of 5 and 10 and also make a lot of profit that way. Next is housing items are always viable, but they will be exceptionally viable once the Ishgardian restoration comes out. That's it for this video. I hope this could help some carpenters figure out what they can craft to make a lot of gil. Of course, all the resources are down in the description, and if you want more, you should check out my Discord, which is also in the description. So guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. And of course, I'll continue doing this series for every single crafter and gatherer class. So with that being said, see you next time.